Hello, planet Earth! Welcome to day something or other of the Daily Diary. The Diary of a Techie or thing. So, today, what do we do today? Start packing, mostly. We've got so many presents and things, and so many bags of chocolate. We were bursting to the brim with the suitcase on the way down, so not quite sure how we're going to be able to pack to fit on 2.5 hours worth of train tomorrow, but we'll figure it out. I visited my weekend of visiting the in-laws, the nan-in-law. She's lovely. She's 94 in a few weeks. Yes, good to go with that. Yeah, visited her today. Came home, moped about, watched EastEnders. But I don't watch EastEnders. I don't have an intention to watch EastEnders, but surprise, surprise, played more Pokemon. Nothing new to report, just been grinding my Magnemite. Yeah, Magnemite, I think. I don't know. And then watch Monsters University. Monsters Inc. too. Definitely Monsters University. Weird. Literally just finished watching it, so it's a fairly fresh impression. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know if I liked it. I think I did. It was a good film, but I was so young when I watched Monsters Inc. for the first time. I was only a wee little kid of early teens or something. Gosh, I don't know. Okay, so, good points. I liked what they did with Randall. I thought the setting up and the juxtapositions of his character worked perfectly. I liked the depth that Mike and Sully had. And I loved that Nathan Fillion was in it, because he's brilliant. And very dashing. I don't feel he was used very well. He was a bit of a jerk. There was no real villain to the story. It was just a kind of coming-of-age plot. Everyone gets resolved and lines are drawn in the sand by the end, I guess. The Dean, who you think is the villain, if you haven't seen it, this is probably going to spoil it, turns out to be okay in the end. Everything is hunky-dory, more or less. I don't know. Predictable film. Good-looking film. Great-looking film. Very colourful. But moody and atmospheric where it needed to be. I don't know. As it's a film that's left a very odd impression for me. Because the first one, I thought was so good. The first one's a great film. Monsters Inc. Brilliant film. If you're going to follow on from it, I would have said do a sequel. Not that you could really go anywhere with Monsters Inc., which is probably the point. You know, so why do a prequel? I don't know. Strange. We've still got to watch Kick-Ass too. I'm a huge fan of the first Kick-Ass. I fucking love it. Love Scott Pilgrim as well. Scott Pilgrim is my favourite. Kick-Ass, slightly less favourite, but I still watch both fairly religiously. And we've still got to watch Kick-Ass too. I'd love to make a movie like Scott Pilgrim. I think Scott Pilgrim is just perfect in absolutely every single way. And it was produced in kind of Edgar Wright's golden years, I think. His best works, for me, not that I've seen a lot of Edgar Wright films, were Shaun of the Dead and Scott Pilgrim. I'm fairly sure Edgar Wright did Scott Pilgrim. I could be very wrong. I probably am. I don't know. So we're getting up at 9 o'clock tomorrow, and we are going to do a thing. Pack. That's what it's called. Gonna finish packing, try and figure out some way that we're gonna lug all of our shit home. We've got a 2:30 train, so it takes us about an hour, hour and a half to get to London Liverpool Street from where we are. Probably not even that, probably about half an hour, 45 minutes, but we're allowing ourselves the hour and a half because you never know with the London transport system. You just never know. No, you don't, do you? So, that's what's going to happen tomorrow, and then I'll make a daily diary when I'm home. I call it a daily diary. It's not. It's the diary of a techie, or whatever, because I'm a techie, and it's not necessarily going to be daily, so screw it. I will point to one little thing before I go. This was the mascot for London 2012, the Olympic Games in London. Does that not seem a little bit Orwellian to you? A little bit totalitarian, very symbolic? I've got some friends who are well into the symbolism of the cultists and the symbols of the, Illuminati and the stonemasons, that's the one. They would be all over that, and it's so weird, it's so sinister, isn't it? That was the mascot for an Olympic Games. Bizarre. I can't not read into stuff like that. I love it. I don't know how much of it I religiously believe. Not even religiously. I think it's interesting. It's a cool idea to consider. So, yeah, being in the heart of the UK, the centre of a once great empire and now a laughable source of petty. That's not a review. That's not The British Empire by Aaron X. 4 stars. Whatever. I don't know. I'm quite loopy. I'm quite tired. I've got a headache. I need to play some Pokemon and go to bed. I'm getting worryingly close to the camera as well. Hello. How are you? Yes, I'm going to lick you now. Yes. See you tomorrow.